Hello crafty stampers. So I'm going to show you the card that you do with your free stencil that you will receive and how you create this card. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the pieces that you're going to get with this. So you will get an envelope. You will get your white card base. You'll get a back designer piece for that. You will get a stencil. You will also get a little piece of ribbon, a tag that says stamped just for you, and then you'll get a strip of iridescent dots that you can put on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and then also almost forgot. You will also get a clear white piece of paper that will go over for your design on here. So the first thing you want to do, there is a wrong side and a right side to the stencil. So you want to flip it over to the wrong side. You want to take your piece of paper on here, and when you do it, you want to kind of put your stencils so it's not like all the way on the edge or anything. You got it kind of centered in the middle of the stencil. Then you want to take some washi tape, and we're going to anchor this down to the stencil. And if anybody doesn't know, there's a little trick with washi tape. Sometimes you feel like you get washi tape and it is too tacky and it rips up your paper sometimes. What you want to do is just take it, put it on your arm, get some of the oils from your arm, and then it won't be as tacky. And that's a good idea when you're doing it. Then it's just less tacky. Okay, so then you want to flip it over. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and put some washi tape down onto whatever thing you're anchoring this to. Okay, so the best thing to do to use this with is a blender brush. And you can use these. You can use a sponge if you want to, anything with this. When you do this, you want to make sure that you have this stress really taut. Is that right? Tight? So it'll be really flat on here. Okay, so you want to pick out some inks that you want to use. I like to use Distressed Oxide. You can use regular pigment inks or anything like that. The pigment inks are going to take a little bit longer to dry. Regular inks. I like the oxide because it does blend a lot better when you're doing something like this. So I went ahead and picked out some different colors of oxide that I have to use for blending. Okay. So when you're doing blending and you have your brush, you don't want to blend into different colors and wreck your different colors. So we're going to start with one, and you just kind of want to do little areas, and you can always go back. And if you don't only have one blending brush, you want to clean that blending brush off and go on to the next one, next color. So I'm going to do a little bit of colors here. And this is going to create your rainbow effect on here, on your butterflies. And if you want to, you can just go over your color you had before and blend a new color in. This is why you have to have this really tight down on there, because you want to make sure nothing lifts from your stencil. Okay, So I have used up my, well, I have lots of blending brushes. Let me grab another one. Okay, so I'm going to do some yellow. And see how these oxides, they blend really well. This one is really wet, this oxide is. And I'm going to do this color. And what's nice about it is you do have the stencil. And if you don't like your first run of how you did it, you have the stencil, so you can do it over and over and how you like maybe it done. Just make sure you get all different areas of your butterflies done with colors. And when you think it's done, just go ahead and take this and you want to peel this up. And then peel your paper from the back. And then you have this. And see, when you do blend some colors, it makes different colors. Okay. So let's go ahead and set this down. If you're using regular inks and stuff, it should dry pretty fast on your paper. But like I said, you have the stencil and you can do it over and over and over and make, you know, hundreds of these. If you want to, you can do a rainbow effect, and when you do your colors, just do it like this. Do your colors like this and just do a rainbow effect, and that will look neat. Just make sure you clean your hands before you touch your paper again, because you're going to have ink on things. Okay, so you have this paper, so let's set that aside for a while and we're going to let that dry. So we're going to put this pattern piece. Oh, that's right. My tape is out still. Okay. So let's just put a little bit of glue on the back of here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put this down on the piece. Okay, so you have your stamped piece, and a way you can do it is how you get the fold of your piece in front. Let me see if I can do it right the first time. You want to stick it from the back side forward, fold your ribbon in half, then stick it through the loop. Oh, nope, I was wrong. Okay, so let's do it the other way. You want to go from the front back, then stick it through the loop, and that will create your little bow. Unless you like it like that, it doesn't matter. Then what I do with these tails is I decide how far I want the tails, and I just clip them at an angle. Okay, then you should get some mounting tape. And we're just gonna mount this up a little bit. And look, like I say, don't get ink on your hands and then touch everything. And this, you'll make sure this dries really well before you do it, because that's probably where I got the yellow from. Because oxide ink takes a little bit longer to dry. Your regular ink would not. Okay, so then you want to go ahead and just put that down somewhere. Then you want to take your iridescent dots, and you just want to take them and put them anywhere. The dots come in all different colors, so it depends on what your color you're inking with that you can put on here. They're basically a rainbow colors that you can put anywhere and how many you want. I gave you quite a bit, so you probably won't use them all. Okay, so there you go. So there's a card, and you do with blending, and give that a try, a rainbow effect. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.